334 Montgomery, Alabama is in the building. Say, hey, Willie, the 315, Syracuse, New York is back in this mother for 30 minutes of 5. You watch 12, 3, 6, and 9. Gainesville, Florida is in the building. Say, Sweet Fish Sunday. Yeah, that's what's up. Yep. Y'all go ahead on and hit that thumbs up button. Let folk know that we around here. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful babies with babies. That's what's up. How is y'all feeling this here afternoon? Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Listen, if you're new around here, please remember go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Check out a few things. Go ahead on and subscribe to the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, we got some new stuff up there. Please go around to the Willie Williams Show. To the OnlyFans, the Willie Williams Show. We still got to GoFundMe. We're trying to raise $100,200,027.13 so we can continue to have the permission to speak freely out here in the goddamn screen. Say what good, Willie checking in from Maryland, recovering from my STD Friday. That's what's up. Say Youngstown, Ohio done made it on up in here. Watching by 12 and 3, 6, 8, 9. New Orleans, Georgia connected here. That's what's happening. Alexander City, Alabama's in the building. All right now, listen, we need some more thumbs up. Look. We need some more thumbs up because we're finna do something a little bit different. I am going to allow the people to speak. I'm going to allow the people to speak because today we're going to be talking about should DNA tests be mandatory after you produce these little ugly ass children. But, I got a video. I got a video that I'm going to play. I'm going to stop. The people that may want to speak on it, you got to come in, say your thing, and we're going to get you on out of here so we can move on to other people. This is what we going to do around here this here evening, if y'all would like to. If not, I can just talk my head off. It's no problem. Say, afternoon, all Suffolk County, New York is here for the Sunday Cure. Hey, Pastor Willie, that's what's up. And happy Mother's Day to all you good mamas out there. You good mamas that ain't watching your goddamn churn, and rightfully so, because we love them. That's what's up. Keep on doing what y'all doing. Listen, I'm finna put it up on the screen, and we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to put a link in the description for those of you who may just have a word for what I'm talking about around here. We finna start to try this thing. Typically, hell, I wanted to do it on Saturday, but I got caught up in a whole bunch of other things that I needed to do before I come on and do a live show, meaning that I just didn't have no goddamn time. It is what it is. Say, I used to STD Friday, but I sent me a couple to the hospital and they still recover. Oh, okay. Boy, you wild. You wild. But goddamn it, you're doing your due diligence. You're doing what you're supposed to do for the community and keep up the good work. Let me go ahead and put this here up on the screen. Now, there is a panel. After this right here, I'm going to have to put the name of the show down in the description so you can see the video in its entirety. Fair use, I guess I'm supposed to say that right there, because I typically don't like to use other people their content, but I was like, well, hell, people use my goddamn content. It is what it is, and that's what's up. Let's go ahead on and start it on off so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of the Afternoon Millennials. Hey, y'all. How's everybody feeling?
No, you just missed me.
Wow.
I'm the only one here that you'll be missing.
Speaking of missing,
When people try to compete for love.
Oh, so I guess the show is called Mina TV and or the American Millenniums. I'm guessing.
It's not competing when you woke up with it.
Anyways. Amen to the Heavenly Father. Amen.
So now that we're here, the energy is perfect. I would like for Shabazz to take us into the topic today.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the love feud over here.
There's no love feud.
There's a lot of things going on. Dear AMS, what's your stand on mandatory DNA testing for kids? Lately, I've been very paranoid about unknowingly taking care of another man's child and then finding out years later, ... Man's not Santa.
That's what we said.
I respect it.
Like I've always said, you better get these little ugly ass babies tested. early.
That's how he ended the question.
Kofi from Woolwich, UK.
Thank God.
Yo, we're praying for you, Kofi.
Thank you, Kofi.
my God.
Thank you, Donna.
We'll pray for you, Kofi. Don't worry.
Nah, Kofi's good. I like.
You say if the woman you are having sex with isn't a virgin, you better, because you don't want to get attached to a child that isn't yours emotionally or financially. All right. That's
Wow, I love that picture.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, we talk about representation.
Yeah,
You know, that's what he meant.
I'll start with this. I think that it should be.
You can see the stress in his forehead.
He does.
How many kids you holding? At least, at
There's
least
babies
7.
behind him.
Exactly.
Even, like,
The average
there's
number for a
more.
black man.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Oh, damn.
That's a
Wow.
lot.
That's how many
Yeah,
kids
you need to
I said
reframe the way you think about black men. That's not how.
I love my black man.
So you love a black man, but you're saying we're outside with 7 kids.
I want to have 7 kids.
Wow. That's very.
That baby want to have 7. She want to put 7 of them ugly ass babies out. Do you, baby?
So how do you feel about the question?
So I feel like you should definitely be. I think that testing needs to be mandatory. It's like people.
Wow.
Because
But if you're not slinging your dick around, then you won't be scared about
Right.
who's pregnant by who.
He said, I think testing should be mandatory. And her response is, if you need to be careful where you slinging your seed at. I told y'all about listening to these goddamn babies, but go ahead.
it's not about us.
You may
It's
have a
like this.
partner right before me.
Exactly.
I think that the United States making DNA testing mandatory is stupid. I don't think that, it's something that if you feel like you need a DNA test, go do that on your own time. Because
How many of y'all agree with that? If you feel like you need a DNA test, you should do it on your own time. Go ahead on and write in the comment section.
you feel that way. I don't think every person, there's millions of people in the United States. Like, it doesn't make sense that people could be using that time to do other things. Like, you could be saving a life. You could be in a hospital saving.
You can be saving a life instead of having mandatory DNA tests. But having a DNA test can actually save a player life out here.
A life.
So it's like if a woman is claiming you to be the father of the child, you may, let's say you're not with that woman, which that happens a lot, in today's society. There's some doubt that this is probably not my child, but instead of, confronting it on both ends where I feel like you should just be a man. So don't tell somebody the father of the child, but that there's a doubt, like if you had slept with someone in between.
I mean,
You can avoid the doubt by going by God and getting married.
There you go. You can avoid the doubt by going by God and getting married. As if going by God prevents or stop a baby from giving that monkey away. As if getting married prevents or stops a woman from giving away that monkey. Go ahead, sister.
And
We're talking about real life.
do that, though.
I
What do you
hear
mean real
you.
life? Marriage is real life.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
no,
all right,
but like-
all right, Seventina. Now we're talking about human nature. In real life, what actually happens,
What?
in
A lot of
in
people have
in a practical universe, what actually happens, mistakes happen.
I think men have the right to know for sure,
God
but
bless you.
it's definitely,
Thank you, Jerome.
no
Please,
problem,
like-
guys. No problem, guys.
like,
It's
that's not
insulting, though. I mean, I think men definitely deserve to know it's their right. Just like if a woman's like out there like that, she deserves to know who the father is as well. But I think it's definitely insulting if you're in a relationship and you're married and your partner wants you to have a DNA test.
How many of y'all think that's insulting? But if y'all is together, you're married, holy matrimony, my condolences to y'all. That is insulting. Now, when I came up, we all know when you tell a baby out here, I need to test about this motherfucker, it instantly makes a baby mad out here. Or hell, it makes, damn it, I ain't seen a female that have not been mad when the man talk about he want a DNA test. Not now. Here we go.
That ain't straight.
No,
That's it, not yours. That's
the kid
way
not
more
yours, so you raise it. It's like, you raise it, and that's that's your child at the end of the day. But if you had known that and you had that, you didn't give that person that decision.
I feel like if you're in a marriage, you're happy, you're having babies, and it takes a lot to get to that place where, you're having babies with someone if you're responsible. For the question to be asked, can you take a DNA test? I mean, are you kidding me? Like, what is this? Like, what did we go down the aisle for? What did we say those vows for? If you're not gonna automatically know that this baby is yours. So
There's no way on God's green earth, because they love to interject the Lord, that a man knows 100% that the child is his. Just off rip. There's no way we can know that. Just saying. Shout out to Jashawn for the $20 cash app. Say, thank God you are about to talk about this video. And listen, I saw it. I was like, the fuck? Go ahead.
This is what I'm going to say. I
hate to do the darker hue, lighter hue, but here we go.
think that y'all want this to be mandated because of a conversation you are not strong enough to have with your girl.
She might have a point as far as a lot of y'all players is afraid to say, I want a DNA test. She's right on that, but that don't mean that that's why men want it to be mandatory. A lot of men don't even know that a lot of men don't even know that there's people out here who is trying to make it mandatory because they really don't watch this shit like that. Say testing should be mandatory since the laws let females get away with a lot of stuff. Also, back in the day, women was putting anybody's name on a birth certificate. You absolutely correct about that.
1. 2, you requesting DNA, first of all, this is a very gendered question, right? There's no way for a woman.
It's a very gendered question, just like abortion is a gendered question.
Well, let me not speak for every woman. For me specifically, there's no way if my man came up to me, I wouldn't feel some type of offense. But fine, if you have the right to know whether it's your child or not, because I know this is my child, right? But to say that it's mandated is where I have a problem. Who is picking up those costs? The U.S. government? The U.S. government should be paying for these mandatory tests for you to know. No, because
if she have a problem with the U.S. government footing the bill for this shit, shouldn't she have a problem with the U.S. government footing the bill for Section 8? WIC? Hell, even spending money trying to get a man on child support? Shouldn't you be like upset with that? Bitch, we go to war. The fuck is you talking about? Millions and billions have been spent in war, senseless wars. But go ahead, baby.
No, first of all, we have so many issues in this country already. To then place that type of payment on the U.S. government
Just
is
add it
wrong.
to a plan. Just on your healthcare plan.
No.
There you go. Add it to the plan or healthcare plan. Go ahead.
And first
Check
of
the
all,
box that you
healthcare does not cover so many ailments that are like people are dying from.
I get
Not even
that.
just ailments, like just like feminine products.
Just feminine products. So for you to make that mandatory, that would have to be a government issue.
you know that-
If you want a mandatory test,
Which I do.
you pay for it
Which I better
yourself.
get.
You pay for it.
He wouldn't have to pay for a mandatory test unless the stipulations is that you pay for a mandatory test.
That's fine. So let's make it clear.
Because
If
you know that a lot of
let me
women-
finish my sentence.
All right, go ahead.
Let me finish my sentence. I personally pay taxes, and I care about where my money goes. I'm not here to pay for so-and-so because there's a confusion about who's the father. That's not my business.
But you pay for everything else. We pay for everything that the government do. But when it comes down to mandatory DNA tests, that's your problem. That's what's up. Go on, sugar.
Handle your personal shit. And for me, I want to fund schools. I want to fund the MTA because the trains are never on time.
Well, baby, write a check for the schools. You should be a repeat donor to the schools and or the MTA. You can do that on your own, baby.
We got bigger problems. We have bigger problems. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for no mandatory tests.
You can't stop the government for telling us what we got to pay for because we is up under their jurisdiction, baby. Say she sound guilty. Why is she so triggered? And I hate to do the dog hue, lighter hue thing, but you see it for yourself.
When you're saying mandatory requires everyone to do it. Not everybody can pay for it.
Not everybody can pay for it. I like that. You're absolutely correct. Just like everybody can't pay for the ugly babies that y'all keep pushing out your womb. Do you know how many people who don't pay the hospital bill when they have birth? It's so many that, listen, the bitch ain't got to put it. A lot of you babies don't have a pot to piss in, the winter to throw it out, but you're still producing the kids, and you don't foot the bill when you go down to the hospital and you sit in that bit a day or two of this, and they deliver your goddamn baby. You don't get the bill. We not complaining about that. Hey, sugar, watching all the way from Dallas, Texas, in the building.
No.
That's you. You're adding stuff. You're adding stuff. Hey, man, let me finish my shit.
Not the aggressive baby, but go ahead.
When you say mandatory, that includes people that are having children that don't necessarily have the money to pay for this test. A mandated thing is going to.
I like her. Her right there with the bald head. It's cute. She said it quick. They shouldn't have them. Hold on. Just a little. Damn, I went back a little bit too far, but go ahead.
Father, that's not my business. Handle your personal shit. And for me, I want to fund schools. I want to fund the MTA because the trains are never on time. We got bigger problems. We have bigger problems. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for no mandatory tests. When you're saying mandatory requires everyone to do it. Not everybody can pay for it.
No.
That's you. You're adding stuff. Hey, man, let me finish my shit. When you say mandatory, that includes people that are having children that don't necessarily have the money to pay for this test. A mandated thing is going to be covered by the government.
She didn't hear that. Then they shouldn't be having children. They can't afford the test. They should not have children. They can afford the goddamn hospital bill. They can't even afford the first goddamn outfit, but they're producing children. What is she talking about? See, if you can't afford the test, then maybe you shouldn't be having sex. There you go.
That means if you can.
If you can't afford it, but you're not. So here's my thing. So the U.S. government is going to take care of it. We have too many other issues that are way more pressing than you knowing the fidelity of your relationship and whether that be your child.
She said that there's more pressing issues than for us daddies, fathers, to know if the baby is ours. I can't take these bitches serious, but go ahead.
Personally want to check for your child, that's you. But to say that it's mandatory across the country, that's crazy. And it's inconsiderate. And it's
you saying that you will pay for it, right?
Yeah, I'll pay for
so if it costs $5,000, you're gonna pay for a DNA test that costs $5,000?
Does it cost $5,000?
For every child, it doesn't matter.
She said for every child, and it doesn't matter. But she had to throw out a large-ass number, and as we know, DNA tests don't cost no damn $5,000. She just tried to win the point, and y'all be having to pay attention to this type of shit right here because bitches be talking like that right there to try to shut you down from saying exactly what you're trying to say. Shit, damn it, ain't no way in the goddamn country that a DNA test is $5,000. But go ahead.
I have a question though. Would you be okay with your wife having you do a lie detective test, whether you cheat on her or not?
Why not?
What if you were doing something wrong though?
I wouldn't be.
Exactly. So why would the DNA be like mandatory?
God bless you, man.
But this is what I'm saying. This question.
I don't know, because you know what's crazy?
I don't think
In a hospital, women. In a hospital, women do ask for a DNA test. People do ask on the line. They'll pull a nurse aside and be like, after the check.
And that's fine. And the question is about it being mandated. So understand
You know why the
what
question?
that means.
You know why the question?
And shout out to the Truman Show for the $5 super chat. Say Happy Mother's Day to all, especially the single parents. There it is.
I think for sure that the person that was writing this was talking about they're talking about like when you're requesting it, like it should be mandatory where like let's say a dad is like acting like this isn't his child. You should be able to say, oh, had this DNA test, and they can't deny it.
If a dad is acting like that's not their child, and a woman wants a child, no, he cannot. If a court says you gotta take a mandatory test, you gotta take.
Yes, if the court says you have to take the DNA test, yes, you do. But that's because y'all don't went down there for child support typically, and a lot of times before you get put on child support, the paternity, it needs to be established. Go ahead, baby. She's so smart.
But if you are mandating it across the country, country understand the effects of what that's gonna be.
Yeah, the effects is a whole bunch of players gonna come to the realization that y'all bitch be lying. Shout out to Dunn for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. That's the problem. It is going to put females in the light that y'all cheat more than men. That's really what it's gonna do.
Versus a court order.
And are completely different things. So when y'all wilding talking about when you're wilding saying that it should be mandated for the whole country, when there are so many other issues that we have to tend to because of your personal issues with your girl.
Yeah, baby, say personal issues with you and your girl. Is she for real? Say from the top of my lungs, fuck them churn. I'm trying to tell you.
It's me and you.
She over here doing stuff. I don't know if this is
So you speak to her. That's a personal problem. That's a personal problem, not a country one.
Is that a personal problem?
You mean to tell me that it's not a country one when the country spend billions, and trillions on subsidies for females? Shout out to the Truman Show for the $5 super chat. Say I feel like I'm losing my brain cells watching these girls. They don't represent me. I feel you.
It's a personal problem. You don't know if that's your child. That's personal. The country don't got to deal with that shit.
I'm on the yellow side.
That's a personal problem.
She's right. It is personal. But I think it'll be a damn good thing if they make it mandatory so now we don't have this confusion no more.
Either way, though. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows.
I
don't trust her.
I don't trust the baby. You hear what I'm saying? Right? The argument is that it's personal.
I think it should only be mandated if it's not if you're not in marriage. If you're in marriage,
Where the fuck is his daddy at? He think it should be mandated only if you're in marriage. The fuck? Shouldn't it just be across the board that is mandatory so all fathers know that they are the father?
Absolutely not. We are just
Women in this situation about the topic in which we're talking about, pregnancies and DNA tests, in most cases they're not, it's going to be you have doubts about who the women cheating and that's why the baby may not be yours. The direct topic question was from a man asking he doesn't want to raise another man's child. So in that case, who would have cheated? The woman. So yeah. And
absolutely correct, player. Go ahead.
those situations, it's going to always be about a woman. You're trying to get a DNA test. If it's a man outside the relationship, he's going to bring the evidence of the cheating. He's going to bring the child. And that's like the part where that's where it hurts the most. Like that's the time where it should be mandatory. If I'm in a if you're marriage, and that's when it happens.
Why do any of these females feel like if you is married that the bitch don't cheat, that the baby don't cheat, that the female don't cheat, when a lot of us done been with married chicks?
First of all, it's not when it's in that situation, more times than not, when it's like a relationship, it's usually the woman who's committed infidelity. Because the guy is...
She's going to get... When it comes down to paternity, it reflects on the woman cheating. And she said, bitch, what?
The guy is assuming if you're in a relationship, if you're married and you're in a relationship, the man is assuming, and most times when you're on Maury, you're watching these cases, you hear about the stories. You're assuming that.
No, Maury is real, baby. Maury is very real. Even if they was making it up, you see it's real in real life. I think it's over 40% of the first dude that is tested for the baby is not their baby.
I almost died because Shabazz said women are usually the one that's unfaithful. He sounds like he's guilty of something because...
How does he sound like he's guilty of something and he talking in the stance of paternity, of the child not being yours? That's what he's speaking on, baby.
A lot of time in a lot of culture, the man is normally the one that's out there cheating. And even guys that are religious, even people that are, I know people personally that are, that go to church every Sunday, but they still cheating on their wives.
Yeah, and them hoes, them babies in church be cheating like mother, and they trying to smash Pastor. What is she talking about?
So I don't know what he's talking about.
The person that you're with is automatically, that's your child. And that's why a man asked this question. It was directly gender related. A man is asking that question. If you're outside, that's another big thing because everyone's right to do. They were single, whatever. But when you're with somebody, the person that having questions about if they're the father of that child, they go through the rest of this child's life taking care of it. And if that was me, after 18 years, it's not gonna turn you back on the child. But if I had known from day one, I'm out.
You make a very good point there. Shout out to Abdul for the $5 super chat. Say this handsome baby out here getting child support a lot of money every year. Absolutely correct.
Hold up, pause. First of all, women take care of children that aren't theirs all the fucking time and don't.
That baby say women take care of children that ain't theirs all the time. That's not what the conversation is about, baby. Shout out to the Truman Show for the $5 super chat. Say and if she start getting loud, she's lying. He isn't lying. The men are assuming the baby is theirs until comes out white from two black parents. There it is.
Make a big ass deal about it. No, pause. Listen, no. I am saying that.
But you have a choice. You know that's not your kid.
Pause. What I'm making a declaration between is the fact that this is a personal problem that you have with your girl, and you're making a country responsibility when we have other things to tend to first.
Baby, child support is personal. Section 8 is personal. Shout out to Tony for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Say facts, Willie, preach, Pastor. You know I'm trying to do my goddamn best. Say, Willie, they need you on the panel. You're damn right they need me on the goddamn panel. These players ain't checking the baby, right? Damn it, they doing their best, but you leave it too much room for to say something, which you're going to say something any goddamn way. But I'm just saying.
If it's not mine, I'm walking away. That's it. That's it. Nothing else to talk about.
There you go.
If you're just talking about what I'm going to do, I don't know what they going to do, but I know I'm out.
I don't think there's any issue with a man taking care of another man's child.
And that's y'all goddamn problem. You don't see an issue in it. Sometimes it works out good for the stepdaddy shit. Sometimes.
Women do it all the time.
Women got a choice, baby. What part of this shit you don't understand?
You know or not, he might bring another child and say, "Oh, I had this out of our wedlock." You know.
She knows it's not hers 100%. If he had a child from another baby, I don't understand her.
What are we gonna do? Or he's taking your money and paying child support to another family. You had no idea. So when we're
if they is together in holy matrimony and he's on child support, she will know he's on child support, baby.
just like jumping like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. Hold on, it's already being done.
You could have been doing so many other things with your life. You could have been figuring your life out, I don't know, feeding pigeons, I don't know, doing anything. But you raising a kid that is not yours. I mean, if you had the option to know that was your kid and you wanted to raise that kid, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. But when you don't know, you're doing it out of the obligation or the mindset that this is my child, I'm going to raise him or her, I'm going to raise them up, I love them, this is my DNA, this is my blood. And then come to find out, that's not your kid.
There's a clear, like...
Shout out to Be the Beauty for the $1.99 super chat. Say that baby is slow. Clearly, you're absolutely correct. Go ahead.
Disrespect going on, right? If I have and double standard. Mm-hmm. Yes, I understand. It's fucked up if somebody has a child for you and it's not for you and expecting you to raise it. I get that. But what I'm saying is that women, first of all, have to do that all the time. But first of all, yes.
Women don't have to do shit all the time because y'all know if the child y'all's or not. Well, this bitch slow for real.
Women are in these circumstances. Can I finish my damn sentence? Go ahead. Women are in the circumstance where they need to take care of a child that isn't theirs all the time. And I understand that, again, that it ends up being a choice, right? Because you're aware. Can I? So that's what I said, Shabazz. So what's up?
You're not making it.
I am making a point. If you let me finish, I will finish it. I am. So stop interrupting me.
You're not saying nothing.
Because you keep interrupting
me.
Finish it. So we can say the same thing we were saying. You're not giving the person a choice. Me and Akon talking about the choice. Everybody's sitting there looking at you the same way.
No, we're trying to listen to this. You're trying to claim that. First of all, I understand it's a choice, but we don't make a choice that we end up doing a personal problem for the government to handle. Just because.
So why you give a damn about the government?
But we're talking about a mandatory decision. If you got to do a mandatory thing, if you got to make a mandatory decision, someone else has to pay for it. What I'm saying.
Yeah, when you just lay down and get peed in, and then somebody else got to pick up the bill. You making somebody else pay for it. I can't believe this baby is this goddamn slow. Or actually I can, because she's a baby.
Is that women have to face this all the time. By choice or not, it doesn't matter. You don't need, the government doesn't need to take up for you because you didn't know about something. That's just what it is. The government doesn't need to take up.
Personal thing. Like, so what do you mean? It's mad petty shit that government pay for. That your taxes, that you work for, that go to.
Are you done now? Are you done?
Thank
you. That whole situation, you didn't say not a damn thing. It revolves around choice. If a woman want to stick around for the kid,
I let
you in. Let me finish. After you made that choice, you know that this child did not come from your womb. You're sitting there, or you take a man that has kids. You make that choice. All I'm saying, we're all playing the fields equal. If I know this is not my child, then let me get the choice. Don't allow somebody to go through the whole life of the children being.
You can get a DNA test though, but don't make it mandatory for the whole country. Shabazz can do it.
This baby think that she really is making a point. And. It's so sad to see the other females not correcting her and saying, baby, the point that you making don't even make no goddamn sense. Shout out to Waffle for the $2 super chat. Say, can we get some naturals past that set?
Whatever he want, with whoever he want, as many times as he want. I really don't care. You have a right to know if this is your child. My issue with him specifically is that you are making it a bigger deal than it needs to be. If you personally are not sure about this child being yours, handle that on your personal level. Don't give the government or the country that responsibility to handle your shit.
There's a lot of men that actually do handle it on their own because it's not mandatory. But I like what she said, you should handle your business yourself and not rely or force the government to do anything. Remember, y'all have children you cannot take care of, and you being subsidized.
Who was man enough to stick it in whoever, be man enough about asking about the results.
You see how they do that man enough shit to try to shut you down from making your point or even trying to push something mandatory? But Mitch, if you can't afford them little ugly ass babies, you shouldn't have them. Shout out to Limited Edition Cougar, woman in the house for the $5 super chat. Say, hey, chocolate. Say, new sub. It finally caught a live. I appreciate you, baby. Tell everybody else about the player. Go ahead there.
I definitely think Shabazz would be the kind of guy who cheats and then come back and ask for a DNA test.
It has nothing to do with a man cheating, you slow body bitches. I can't.
Because that's how it always works out. In my own personal experience, I was being cheated on, and I was being accused of doing something. But you know, God works in a mysterious way.
Now you want to bring in God. I can't take you Christian serious either. Well, you so-called Christian. Let go, don't do that. Say Bridget need to just go on and hunch him. Obviously, that baby won't. Yes, she do.
So things ended up revealing themselves, and I'm like, oh, okay, I thought I was the one cheating. You were accusing me, but here you are. It's right there. How do you explain yourself?
She makes a great point about cheating. Someone else can accuse you of cheating, and they be the one who doing the cheating. She has a point, but baby, this is about DNA, not cheating. Well, hell, yeah, it do got something to do with cheating too. Because if the baby ain't mine, bitch, been cheating. It's simple. But the first point was spot on.
What about the men who don't take care of their kids? That don't pay child support. Doesn't the woman still have to take care of them?
That's the woman's fault. If
No,
you got
but
a
the
man
thing
in your
is,
life.
if it's a choice, they don't have a choice. If it's their kids and their husband don't want to pay child support, the women still have to take care of the kids, though.
But
If you run your little hot ass down to the government and put them on child support, you don't have a choice either. But go ahead.
that's the, well, you can go to court for that, though.
What I'm saying is, one of my friends is going through that right now. Going to court doesn't still don't do anything because the guy can't pay child support and she has to take care of the kids. Is that a
But
choice?
that's her decision to have a baby with somebody that don't got no money or no job or no, that ain't shit.
She make a great point. Sometimes they make good points, and I will shout them out when they making some good points. But it's gonna be some correction when you sound like it's some bullshit.
But
Like, don't lay in bed with a man that don't got shit done.
But what if he had a job and then he loses it? But he's
So that's a different situation, though. But that's not even what we talking about right now, though. Like,
going out of his way not to pay.
And he had a job, and obviously she sees something in him that makes her not want to be with him. So
that's a different point.
If it was me, I would want a DNA test.
So under any circumstances, you'd want a DNA test, even if you were married or in a relationship
Players, let me tell y'all something. In any circumstances, you better get a DNA test.
with this
So then why you want to
And then he just said in marriage, he don't want a DNA test. I can't take you. Get your talk to your damn daddy. Fuck you mean because you done signed some papers that this bitch won't get that monkey away. Have you not been living over 30 years?
Why not?
I don't understand that at all.
What do you mean you don't understand it when you was probably somebody who done cheated on your player in marriage and or out of marriage? You got friends who done this shit. You've heard stories with video after video of people talking about the infidelities and shit like that, and she gonna act like she don't understand it. See, a bitch gonna act lost when she can.
Married,
If anything, if somebody wants to have mandatory DNA testing, which I think is stupid anyway, it would probably make more sense if you were married because there's more of an incentive to know before you end up raising.
There's more of incentive to know once that baby tell you that you got her pregnant. Fuck all that extra shit if you're married, if you're in a relationship. No. When that baby say that you got her pregnant, it's more important to know.
married.
How? That's assuming that everybody's good.
Why are you married? If you don't trust the woman that you married.
Oh, so now every marriage is perfect.
And that's why I said I want to do it during marriage. I want to do that during marriage.
It's hard to have because there's on one.
Say I have 2 kids and I support it, get a DNA, period. I know a chick who's lying right now, baby, 12. Damn.
Side, there's an inherent assumption that everyone is faithful and happily married when they're married.
But there is no assumption. It's just the fact that if you think that this person is not being faithful to you to the point where you have to doubt it, don't be with that person then.
Let me finish. People change. Just because you got married and everything was hunky-dory and you guys trusted each other doesn't mean that 3 months after y'all seal the deal, your husband's out there in Thailand smashing a whole bunch of prostitutes. Anything can happen. That's life. It's human nature.
I just want to say something because the way y'all coming is making it seem like it's just a perfect world. I got a very much personal tie to this type of situation. Like my dad, before he passed away, he has a child right now, my half daughter, and it's very much apparent that that wasn't his child. My half sister. I'm positive.
Hey, Crown, it looks like you're dodging the question. What is the answer? If you're in a relationship, if you're married, you're still going to request your wife or your girlfriend. Okay, girlfriend maybe, but your wife to have.
What is the difference in the girlfriend and the wife? Can anybody tell me that? Shout out to Miss Chowny 2201 for the $10 cash app. Say ties, passer. I appreciate it.
Have a DNA test?
I said earlier, no, I'm not going to ask for a marriage. If I'm married, I'm not going to ask for a DNA test.
You need your daddy, boy.
But if we're just like in emotion doing whatever, I'm like, yo, this is a request.
I mean, yeah, I told
you have to pay for that.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a cool question.
Shout out to Quentin R1 for the $5 cash app. Say these hoes lost and these niggas simps. There it is.
Wait. You see how y'all putting the pressure on us or whatever? Like, oh, this whole mandatory thing is not. All right, real quick. If you're in a relationship, isn't there times where you will be like, yo, I want us to do a STD testing, right?
That's before we get into a relationship.
No. During your relationship.
Listen, you never did that. During your relationship, you wouldn't ask for an STD test.
I'm saying,
Absolutely can ask for an STD test.
But it's not mandatory.
But I mean,
The government is not paying for it.
Would you want them to make it mandatory?
No. Yes. I don't need it.
I don't need it to be mandatory. If you're not willing to do it, then I'm not gonna sleep with you.
That's
Period.
my case. You have to you have to say for yourself that you're gonna make that happen. No one else needs to take out that easy that conversation for you.
I like what you just put there. If you're married, it's your baby regardless. I be trying to tell these players, do not sign this holy matrimony shit, because if she go get that monkey out, by law, it's your baby. By law, you can look this shit up. Please check your states. By law, it's your child. Damn, a DNA test. It's yours.
The day my husband come home and ask me for a DNA test for my 3 kids, let's say if we have 3 kids, I am filing for divorce the second day, because bottom line is, no, I'm not guilty.
You're guilty. You're guilty.
That's not guilty.
You're guilty.
I'm married with you. I'm married.
That's guilty.
I'm married for
You're
10
guilty.
years, and then
Sounds
you
like
have.
guilt.
No, that's
Sounds
not
like
guilt.
guilt.
That's disrespectful.
Sounds like
You're If my husband asks me to have a DNA test for our children, whether it's 1 or 2, I will be filing for divorce, because if you have not seen, if I haven't given you any idea that I'm cheating on you, you decided to ask me for a DNA test, to me, you don't trust me. What's the point of being in that relationship?
Have this baby not been living on earth? Some people is good at cheating, especially females, because we think different as men. We think totally different as men. We do not think the same way that y'all think out here in the street. That's why y'all get away with a lot of shit. And a lot of times we is real reckless with where we putting our meat at. Yes, we are. But that's why y'all able to get away with cheating and molestation, because we think you ain't gonna do it. Here you go.
That's like you asking for a lie detector.
right.
So then if you come and ask me for a lie detector,
I can do a lie detector test, but when you're asking me for a DNA test for my kids and we've been together for 10 years, that means
You should have asked me from day one.
That means you're
I should have asked you from day one for a DNA test. Bitch, what is you talking about if y'all just having kids now? I don't understand. Shout out to Quidnar one for the $2 cash app. Say, why these hoes think they pussy worth more than a dinner?
something wrong. That means
why does that
He
mean?
didn't give birth to the kids. How's he doing
because
something?
you're guilty. Why am I
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's dangerous.
That's how it always is. Cheater always like to put it at somebody else. No, it's not. Because
That is a direct fallacy. That's really what it is. These bitches lost out here, but you could tell the ones who was guilty.
I was in a situation where I was being accused of. No. Listen, I was being accused of being a cheater when he was in fact cheating on me. So the fact, no, it's not different. It's not different. And it's not
It's different when you're talking about producing these little ugly ass babies.
A DNA test 10 years later, because you're having
So 10 years later.
a DNA test for something 10 years later, man, the person had built up doubt, but at the end of the day, it's not something that's crazy as regular cheating, because they're coming to you about, you know that you're the mother of the child, so they're trying to figure out that point, like, am I the father of the child?
So the person on here,
if we flipped it up and you're talking about cheating, well, if you ask me for a lie detector test for cheating and I say no, you're gonna say I'm guilty. So if you get so outraged that you said you're gonna file for divorce,
I will. You know the kids? Are you kidding?
If you
I have a
married,
reason for asking for a
3
DNA
kids.
test.
You waiting for 3 kids?
If somebody can wait 10 years,
at the end of the day, if a man tell me that he want a DNA test for our 3 kids, I'm gonna take it.
Why?
Because I'm not guilty.
But also because you love.
That was a good answer. See, there's a lot of females on earth that have no problem. If a man say, I want a DNA test, I have no problem, because he is under the understanding that he should know. To eliminate all doubt, I ain't got no problem with you taking the DNA. It's not saying that, you think I'm such a big cheater and all this right here. He needs to know That's why, but it's a small amount of females who really don't have a problem with that. And shout out to them female. Say it's the bald head chick for me. Damn it, I missed it. Say it's the bald head chick. Oh shit, I done did something wrong. Damn it, I tried to go back up. Say it's the bald head chick for me. I need her to shut up. All that yelling. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Quinn R1 for the $5 super chat. Say, well, I cheat on her. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the Damien from Friday. Look, but damn it, I done messed all that right there up.
Your husband, and you want to prove to him that?
But it's not about feeling like I have to prove something.
What about the resentment that comes with it?
Yes, and so once you find out all the kids are yours, do you think that our relationship is going back to normal? It's not. It's not.
But that's something that you can work on.
Drama for me, and I wouldn't want to do something like that.
That's never something that's going to go away. If you ask me for a DNA test for my kids, it comes back positive. The relationship is not going to be the same. Period.
Then it shouldn't. If you babies can't accept that a player need to fucking know, then y'all need to go on to separate and divide. It's okay. You say bald head, so masculine, combative, and sitting just like the men. Yes, she is. I didn't even pay that no attention, but yes, she is.
Why would it not be the same?
Because you showed me that you don't trust me. You've been doubting me for all these years. What have I done to you that you feel like that you've been doubting me for all these years? The line of communication should have been there from day one. When I got pregnant, you should have been like, I want to get a DNA test when that baby comes out.
What if it wasn't something that happened for 10 years? Maybe there was a family reunion and a cousin came to your partner and said, hey,
if my husband asked me for a DNA test, one, I would be offended. I would feel disrespected. And, I wouldn't care to ask him why. I would do it to shut him up. I would do it to prove that I'm not guilty, so I'm going to do it. I don't think I would feel defensive. But at the same time, if you don't why you don't trust me? Like, it will cause an argument. I don't think our relationship would be the same at all.
I think DNA should definitely be done at birth. Anytime after that, it definitely will bring into the trust issues, and it also eliminates I raised this kid for 5, 6, 7 years not knowing if the kid was mine or not.
We're going to have to stop it right there because I don't want to play the whole thing. You have to go over to wherever, I think it's Mini TV or I think I say All American Millenniums or something like that right there, but I will put it down in the description box. But this is just crazy to me. It is real crazy. But, well, not that crazy, because I do understand why a lot of women would not want mandatory, because it keeps them being able to get away with infidelity. It keeps you taking care of these little ugly ass babies that probably ain't even much earn. Just saying. And this is an issue, and that's why I be telling players, you better go on and get yourself tested. Get yourself tested. Don't trust nothing. Shout out to our dude for the $5 super chat. Say basketball head over there talking, baby. Willie said, hush. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I'm finna put the link in the description in case you want to come on up here. I think I just put it on up there in case you want to come on up here to say your little piece. You can say your little piece, say what you need to go on to say. Do not be shy, do not be afraid. I just want to hear from y'all because I got to keep practicing with this thing so we can try to have more people to speak. You click the link in the description. Let me see if I can do it one more again because it's in there. If nobody would like to come up, then it's no problem. We can go on and get on up out of here. But for what I tell you around here, players, you better get the shit done because we don't know. We have no idea. If his eyes, yeah, it looked like it, don't it? A lot of us look alike. A lot of us resemble one another, and then we can go as far as to the baby look like my granddaddy on my mama them side. The baby real light skinned it. My granddaddy was white. That's probably where it come from. Y'all play too goddamn much of these streets. I'm just saying. Say happy Mother's Day to the women who have no problem giving their baby daddy a DNA test. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, we got up here. Let me see if I can open it up. Let's see what we
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? What's happening?
Yes, Willie. I'm so happy I get to talk to you. First of all, I just want you to know I love you so much.
Oh, I
so much.
Appreciate that.
Now, I'm about to tap in real quick. So the bald head chick was getting on my fucking nerves. Excuse my mouth. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead. No problem.
Shut up. They was talking over each other. Wasn't nobody listening. I have 2 kids. Okay. Let their daddy come to me and say, I need a DNA test when I push them out. No problem. Let's do it.
Yep.
If they say something now, because my babies is 10 and 4, now we got a problem. Now it's too late. Now it's the issue. What's the problem? But when I push that baby out, you can have that test. But I mean, I have no problem now. We could go right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, but I got a question though. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Could years later, after having the child, things could have changed to where now he's questioning it?
Okay.
Would that still be a problem because some things have changed and he may be able to point out that things have changed?
Oh, hey now.
Things could have changed to where now. Hold on.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So to put my business out there, my oldest, he was 5 when his dad asked for a DNA test, and it was no problem. No issue. We went to that court, and the judge came back and told me, man, we had to do the test about 3 or 4 times to prove that she was the mother because they had more markings. I don't play that shit. When I lay down and I open my legs, I know who I'm opening my legs to.
Okay. Yeah. See, but y'all know that y'all is the mama. We don't know.
Correct.
We don't
listen,
know
what I'm saying is I have no problem with the father saying, I need a DNA test.
Okay.
I need to know for sure.
That's perfect.
Like I'm the one that comment. I know somebody that's lying right now. Her baby is 12. That is not his daddy.
Damn, that's wild.
Every time I tell him, he cut me off and told me I was the hating friend, but he gonna find out.
Exactly. Because we have such belief in the female that we really don't want to believe that she's out there giving that monkey away. That's really our problem as men.
I feel that's why the females get nervous about them DNA tests because they don't trust themselves. They know what they was out there doing. I have no problem. Let's do it.
Exactly. I appreciate this call right here. I'm
gonna go ahead and leave out so somebody else can have their turn.
All righty. Thank you. And thank you for watching the show. I appreciate that right there. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Shout out to Tony for the $5 super chat. Say I like Latinas. It is. That's what's up. I gotta ask you to unmute. You got Corey up next. What's happening?
What's happening, Willie?
I'm chilling. What you got for me?
Man, I think it's mandatory on a lot of levels. Me personally, I done been through it. Man, I was diagnosed and not being able to have children.
Yeah.
I got married and I left her. And like 3 or 4 years later, she started popping babies, man. I'm in court right now.
Wow.
For children that I can't get a DNA test on because I was not there at a meeting or a proceeding, so I was established by default.
Yep.
This should be mandatory on many levels because, like I say, if I can't have children, then my marriage was already a sham from the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, all the children were already set before we even came into holy matrimony, like they say.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, that's a tough one, guy, because I stay in Mississippi and they won't force women to do too much of nothing. And I know my ex-wife, she been on the system for 25 plus years.
Oh, wow.
So like when you get when women stay hooked to the system like that, the government assistance, I mean, I've never seen a person, I wouldn't even expect the government to allow individuals to even stay on Section 8 and HUD for that long. That's pretty much saying that they hooked to the system like that, the government system. I mean, I've never seen it.
I just did the wrong thing. You say that my sound is too loud, but wait a minute. Let me see if I can turn it down on their end. Corey, you gotta unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the big gist of it. I mean, it is something that most young men need to know. I mean,
yep,
that can take you down.
Fathers by default. Players, if we don't come to court you will be the father, whether you are the father or not. So that's something that the young players, they need to know out here. You know what I'm saying? I sure enough appreciate the call, man. I appreciate you for watching. Let me move
Likewise.
on to
Appreciate you, Willie.
Yes, sir. All right, let me move that right there. We got Third World. Come on in. You got to unmute yourself. Let's see what we got.
Oh, yeah, Willie.
What's
up, Willie? What's up?
What you got on the topic for me?
Yeah, you know, I'm messing with a girl right now. I got a baby from her, but she already messing with a dude. She got a boyfriend. And shit, I having a baby with her. She got me having a test right now. And she don't know who the baby father really is. Wow. Tell you the truth, she really don't know who the baby father is. She messing with the baby light skin. The dude light skin, but she got another side nigga that dark skin.
Got to be more careful.
Thank you. But she want to blame the baby on me. Put it on Facebook and everything.
Wow. This is so crazy though, because they could be getting multiple meets and still decide to have the damn baby. This shit got to be the stupidest thing ever. They slow with no guidance.
With no guidance.
None whatsoever. And this is a problem. So players, listen, please get it done, man. Because they'll put the babies on you. Trying to tell
That's why I went and got that test first quarter with her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good
First
man.
quarter.
There you go. Yep. You gotta
Yes, sir.
Trick them out the game out here. Man. I appreciate you calling, man. Let me slide to another one. I like how y'all coming in, getting to the point. We getting on up out of here. Let me go. Hell, Corey had done dropped off, but came on back in. You can unmute yourself because there ain't nobody else up here. And then we're going to go on and get on up out of here. Man, I sure appreciate y'all for joining. Can you please get the thumbs up over 100 before we clear this thing out? Go ahead, Corey. You got something to say?
Oh, yeah, personally. Like, I got to actually go to court next month over a new child.
Wow.
That I never even seen this child, but when they summons me, I'm going to tell you how foul women are. Now, the birth certificate actually got signed, I guess. But it's funny that the state that I actually was born in is not the state that they got on that birth certificate for the father of the child.
Oh, wow.
And then, yeah, she wrote an affidavit saying that all the children was out of wedlock. I said, no, only 2 were supposed to be in wedlock. Only 1 was out of wedlock.
Yeah.
So I got to go and fight this crap, get a lawyer to try to determine the DNA for all 3 children. Because, hell, last 10, 15 years, man, hey, they hit you. I ain't had a stimulus. I ain't had an income tax. And they clocking me out my check.
But do y'all players see how real it is out here in these streets? For those of you who is watching, these are some of the things that the players is going through out here now. This is a problem.
Yeah, you can't get nowhere. Like, I'm trying to start a business. It's damaging because I have to handle this first, or they gonna confiscate my business proceeds. So,
damn, boy, I hope you make it through this one here.
Hey, I'm tough, guy. I'm tough.
Yes, sir.
We walk through the mud.
Yes,
come
sir.
out clean sometime.
I'm telling you. Yeah, man. I appreciate that right there, man.
Likewise, I appreciate you, Willie. I be checking you out all the time.
Oh,
hey, you give hope to a lot of people.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. I'll at you.
All right.
Yes, sir. It say condoms a lot cheaper than child support. You're absolutely correct. Shout out to Ricky for the $10 super chat. Say DNA testing does not have to be mandatory. Child support should not exist. Women facing consequences with no help. That is become important. I like it. I like it because child support should not exist. Fuck them churn. I'm just saying something. Listen, we should not be producing children we can't afford. And a woman does not have a child. No kids are here. Say, I'm going to throw a vasectomy party. All female surgeons. There it is. Say, my child support account is paid in full, closed, and will not be reestablished. That's what's up. Like I got a child support survivor shirt around here. Y'all can go to the WillieWeepShow.com and pick yourself one up because it is. It's trying, it's depressing, it keeps us back. we can't make certain moves because you're on child support and you look around and fall short on child support. It really is. They take your license, your gun license, damn it, your hunting license, your passport, your business license, all that shit that away. You can't. How the fuck you gonna take my business license? How am I supposed to make money? They don't care nothing about that because they don't care nothing about the fathers. And it's just sad that it's so many females who will go against this thing of mandatory, but it's understood, it's understandable why they would go against it because they still want to have that option to get that monkey away and get peed in whenever they want to. Sad part is, bitch lay down, if you have more than one in 30 days, you have more than 1 meeting in 30 days, why would you produce a child that come after that? But that's because you bitches don't write journals and write shit down because your player might find that goddamn book where you writing shit in. I do understand. Shout out to Lavita for the $10 super chat. Say it doesn't matter if married or not, a man deserves to know not by a woman saying it's his, but DNA. A woman knows for sure it's her man. It's her man, decent, and it should be mandatory. I agree. I think I got that word wrong. Docent, do know, I don't know. But I do appreciate that right there. Say 38 with no kids, hashtag no kids. Say 42 with no kids, hashtag no kids. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the player, man. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for joining the player. We're going to try to do the call thing because there's a lot of other topics that I do want to touch on, but I don't want to run my mouth the whole time. I just want y'all to be able to come on in and touch on some things like that so we can start having a good time around here. I got to include y'all because y'all is the ones who support a player, and I really do understand and say, facts, Willie, preach, pastor, teach. I'm trying to. That's what's up. Listen, man, y'all have a good day, and please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Check out a few things. Say 78 with no kids. Hashtag no goddamn kids. 49 with no kids. 47 with no kids. Hashtag no kids. Shout out to Gainesville, Florida, in the building. I'm going to go on the press this button. Please remember, go around to the OnlyFans of Willie Williams Show. Check out some new videos that we got up there. Shout out to everybody still on the Patreon. Please remember, go to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Check out a few things, and thank y'all for all the thumbs up and all that fly shit right there. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me.